Let it be clearly stated, leadership of the ADC announces the immediate suspension of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku has the national award.
But this speaks to what we've always told you, that the man has nothing to offer, just as his senior brothers.
We're telling you what happened. The process is wrong, it's faulty. He will not participate in it. What is wrong with that?
So he's a man who is afraid of free and fair primary elections. So Parliament and his capacity is incompatible with the requirement of Nigeria of today. So the ADC cannot possibly be missing anything.
Why are people not seeing what the man is saying? When you buy, when you induce delegates and then they make you a candidate, you cannot hold that person accountable.
The youths want Peter Obi now. They want to see a president from the southeast. They want to see what Peter Obi is going to do different from all the presidents who've been ruling Nigeria since Nigeria got independence. So I put it to you, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo or Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, that your ideology, your presentation, your description about Mr. Peter Obi is untrue. Yes, yes, this video is for the Nigerian youths. Your prayers have been answered. Oh yes, your prayers have been answered. Do you know what is ongoing now at FDC? They have suspended, in fact, asked Atiku Abubakar to leave the party. Oh yes, because of what? Peter Obi and the Kwankwaso defected to NDC. Now, Atiku Abubakar, as a man many people knew from long ago, he's been contested to become Nigerian president since 1993. Oh yes. Now, he is more like a witch hunt, as some people allegedly called him. Oh yes. How could you keep on coming, contesting in every election, and you are failing? Remember that Peter Obi once run along Atiku Abubakar as his vice, and they didn't win. If such a man will come under you to be your vice in that election, why can't you consider what the youths are asking for? Yes, the prayers of the youths have been answered. This is what we call a wake-up call. And right now, Atiku Abubakar is crying, regretting why ADC is after him now. They have suspended him. The reason is because Peter Obi and the Kwankwaso defected ADC to NDC. Oh yes, for reasons best known by these two, because they are the giants candidates in ADC, and because Atiku Abubakar couldn't give them that chance. You have to allow Nigerians to choose who they want, and the Nigerians are ready to give the vote to the young people, and the Nigerians are ready to give their vote to these two. They are younger than Atiku Abubakar. Time has come that the youth do not want older people, because we are living in a time we need the youth to take up Nigeria. Older people have been ruling Nigeria, and we are not seeing where our destination is. Oh yes, you may want to hear from the source's mouth. Watch this.
Clearly stated, leadership of the ADC announces the immediate suspension of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku has the national award in corrupting the generation before him and corrupting the generation after him.
But this speaks to what we've always told you, that the man has nothing to offer, just as his senior brothers.
We're telling you what happened. The process is wrong, it's faulty. He will not participate in it. What is wrong with that?
So he's a man who is afraid of free and fair primary elections. So Parliament and his capacity is incompatible with the requirement of Nigeria of today. So the ADC cannot possibly be missing anything.
Why are people not seeing what the man is saying? When you buy, when you induce delegates and then they make you a candidate, you cannot hold that person accountable.
In the case of the ADC, the Atiku camp had already hijacked most of the structure in the ADC. The state chairman we're talking about, we're already hijacked by the Atiku camp.
And I've said it, Obi is the only life.
There are other people there. Atiku is there.
Excuse me.
Amechi is there.
I never said they are not human beings there.
The truth is that every party I've left, I've been pushed to leave.
ADC suspended Atiku simply because it's the reason why Peter Obi left ADC to NDC. Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. This morning, I saw the video about Atiku crying. Some people were saying, oh, it's an old video. Oh, an old video. Why are you lying? Atiku is crying now simply because ADC suspended him because it's the reason why Peter Obi and Okonkwo Assault defected to NDC. They said, you are suspended. You have been the problem of Nigeria. You are the problem of every political party not be able to defeat this APC. And I want you guys to watch the video. We'll be right back.
Let it be clearly stated, no individual, regardless of his stature or influence, is above the law or the Constitution of African Democratic Congress, as long as he's a card-carrying member of the party. Gentlemen of the press, African Democratic Congress is built on discipline, justice, and supremacy of law. In view of the foregoing, and after executive consultation, the leadership of the ADC in Adamawa State hereby announces the immediate suspension of the following individuals from the party. 1. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Waziri Adamawa. Engineer David Baba Lawal, Vice Chairman Northeast. Barrister Sadiq Ibrahim Tasin, Transition Committee Chairman. Those individuals are suspended for their roles in fostering disunity, creating parallel structure.
Now that you watch this video, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Arise TV News, what they said about Peter Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu, and I want you guys to watch specifically what Rufai Oseni said. We'll be right back.
In the case of the ADC, the Atiku camp had already hijacked most of the structure in the ADC. The state chairman we're talking about were already hijacked by the Atiku camp. Over the weekend, I walked the phone lines for my sources. I mean, we're political journalists. We walk our sources' phone line. Most of it was already a fait accompli. So there was no way Obi was going to be able to thrive or get a fair situation in this election process. That's why he left. Yes, I know he tried to be cute about it by saying my elder brother Atiku is because of the court case. Peter, Gregory, Obi, you and I know that it is not because of the court case that you left. It is because you were already boxed into a corner. You can write a statement to deny what I said. It's your prerogative. And you know you were already boxed into a corner. And because agreements were not listened to. Part of what I heard was discussed in the Ibadan consensus by one of my sources, I might be wrong, was that there was a conversation about the ADC candidate coming from the south. But people reneged against it. The Atiku team reneged against it. These are the things I'm walking the phone lines and my sources are saying. So I know the Atiku camp will come out and debunk all the things I've said. It's for you to deny. It's for you to debunk. I mean, mine is for me to speak my truths and you to rebut. So once that did not fall through and the consolidation had started, Obi had to leave because Obi wanted to be on the ballot. Yes, you might make an argument and say, why is he moving all around and everything? Himaz has an ambition. For those that argue, why is Obi moving around? Why is Atiku still running as at 20 from 1993 up till now? And some people are saying, Atiku, this might be his last lap. This is not going to be his last lap. If Atiku is in good health, he will run in 2031. Mark that down. He has his ambition. Yes.
Now, in the same Arise TV News, though in a different program, Kenneth Okonkwo were invited to speak about the fractions and the coalitions and the defection of Peter Obi, you know, something that is surrounding the ADC and all of that. And I want you guys to see how Kenneth Okonkwo talked down on Peter Obi and the things that he said about Peter Obi. But we will also give you another video of what Peter Obi responded to him. But I want you guys to watch the video of Kenneth Okonkwo. We'll be right back.
Obi's temperament and his capacity is incompatible with the requirement of Nigeria of today. So the ADC cannot possibly be missing anything. Recall that before he came to ADC in December 31st, his political career was already dead. He was losing his polling unit in his own state by the gubernatorial candidate that he chose by himself. Recall that even when one member of the House of Assembly of Labour Party died, they fielded his widow to know whether they can get the sympathy of the people. But because of the rejection of Anambra people to Peter Obi's leadership star, they still voted against the innocent widow. So recall that before he entered ADC, his political career was already dead. So dead that he could not even enter ADC from his own state, Anambra State. He entered ADC from Enugu State, my own state, where he believed that the toxic on the toxin will not overwhelm him. So ADC actually gave him a lifeline. Peter Obi needed ADC. ADC did not need him because we were already moving on without him. So when he came into ADC with his normal toxic followers, with their own penchant of not wanting democracy at the primary level or at the secondary level, obviously, I knew he was going to go. Let me reveal one secret to you. The first day I was consulted in this coalition, and that was before the unveiling, they asked me, so how is the... And their wind has blown off their candle and they are in darkness. KO is not okay. I said I wasn't going to speak for him again. I said I will not speak for a man that I don't understand his position on important national issues. I say I will not speak for a man who, even if he wins and Nigerians give him his vote, he does not have what it takes. He does not have the capacity to even secure his own victory. So the issue of saying whether the coalition will be affected, the coalition will not be affected in any way. Peter Obi, within 6 months, changed parties 3 times. You could recall, since he defected to NDC, I've not taken it as anything serious or anything relevant to bother myself. Because by December 30th, he was a member of Labour Party. By December 31st, he was a member of ADC. By May 3rd, he is a member of NDC. I am sure, if not for the restriction in the Electoral Act, before the close of the registration or the membership time, I'm sure he will be a member of another party. That is his nature. But let me say it, changing parties is not what questions your capacity, your competence, or your character. It is the reason that you adduced for changing the party. Peter Obi said, I don't have a problem with David Mark, meaning he didn't have a problem with the ADC. He said, I don't have a problem with Atiku Abubakar, meaning he does not have any problem with the aspirants. Then what is the reason he gave? He said, I don't like challenges. I don't like trouble. ADC is going through challenges, legal and otherwise. And I like to run away to where there is peace, to where there is no trouble. And I now ask, how can this same man ask Nigerians to entrust Nigeria in his care when Nigeria is the most challenged country in the world today? Nigeria is both physically and mentally challenged in all capacity. Nigeria is the 4th most terrorized nation on earth. Nigeria has borrowed itself to bankruptcy. Nigeria, as I'm talking to you, the bandits tie people on the tree and put fire under them to burn them. In Kwara, in Kogi, in Niger. So how can a man who says he's running away from challenges be able to face the challenges we are facing in Nigeria today?
Okay, I want to put it to you, Kenneth Okonkwo. What you said is untrue. I disagree with you. The reason is because Peter Obi doesn't want any witch hunt. Peter Obi doesn't want what we, take him out of the lane. Oh yes, because ADC would be a big distraction that will obstruct him from emerging as the candidate in ADC. Oh yes, Peter Obi didn't run away. And in fact, Peter Obi in his dictionary is not afraid of solving problems. He made a smart move to leave ADC because it would have been a big problem for him as Atiku Abubakar allegedly was going to buy everybody there. And the ticket will not be given to Mr. Peter Obi to become presidential candidate for the 2027 presidential election. So he made a smart move by leaving ADC. Okay, because he wanted to be on the ballot. So whatever will stop him from coming out on the ballot, and as we all know that the Nigerians, the youths, want Peter Obi now. They want to see a president from the southeast. They want to see what Peter Obi is going to do different from all the presidents who've been ruling Nigeria since Nigeria got independence. So I put it to you, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo or Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, that your ideology, your presentation, your description about Mr. Peter Obi is untrue.